So that's really where you have to vet the person that you're going to get an initiation from, right? And I think that's the most important part is that don't randomly connect with somebody that you haven't had a conversation with, that you don't know their lineage, that you even if you know their lineage, who are they? Where are they from? What do they do? Okay, so when somebody asks me who my Lu is that initiated me to Ifa, I give that information to who my Lua was, and then you know a lineage, right? Same thing with my Luo in Abigba, Ifa Abigba. You know, he has a lineage that goes back not only to his titles and things in Ile Ife, but also him establishing his titles in Ekiti, right? So these things are a consistent line and lineage that you go back to. Um, because there are a lot of people that do dubious work, that do kind of crazy things that are, in one way, it's hard to do. That's why I said what I said about if you don't have if you're not initiated into a certain orisha and you can't initiate anybody into that same orisha, into that orisha, right? So, or if you haven't gone through the proper training to initiate that person into that orisha, right? Because you could be initiated, but it doesn't mean that you have the proper training to do that, or you're authorized to do initiations, right? So all of those things are pertinent to that same conversation. That's the same thing if you were studying with someone with Ifa and they didn't release you to divine. That's how I've been taught. If somebody didn't release you to divine, right? You haven't been trained fully to divine, then you're not supposed to be divining.
On that, some houses really don't let anybody divide, like have certain titles to divide. I'm not gonna say, but it's like there's a couple lineages where it's like I'm the chief and everybody's the underlings, and nobody can be a Babalawo except me. Kind of lineage. You know who I'm talking about?
I do. I do. I'm not gonna name names. But so that's where, you know, when you have someone, when you're seeking out a teacher, I'll say it like that. It is highly, highly important for you to really talk to that teacher. And that's why I do a divination first before you even get started with anything. Because you really have to understand that, okay, is this person even the person that I want to study with, and go that distance with, to go forward with? Because
Or will
certain,
they train you at all?
huh?
Or will they train you at all? Because I find out lately that there's a lot. They're starting to do this dual payment system where they're they're give you initiation fee, and then they're gonna give you another fee for training afterwards, or do an E5 university type thing. I said, you're supposed to train your godchildren. Why are we doing E5 university classes and stuff, or have a separate fee of almost the same price as initiation for training? I'm like, huh? That's your when you initiate someone and you have a godchild, that's your or godchild, a woe student, whatever. That's your duty to train them. Like, where did that lapse? I've seen it in the last couple of years. I'm like, huh?
So I mean, you think about it too. So when somebody's training you, as you begin to, it's priceless. Exactly, knowledge is definitely priceless. Uh, so when you are going through training, when you're getting initiated, there's certain level of certain things that you learn in the grove, but there's always more training, right? And I think that's really important to understand that because as you go through that initiation, that's just the first step. You're not, you don't come back to the States or you don't come out of the grove in general and say, now I'm a diviner because it's a lot of training that happens. A lot of things.
Ta-da! I'm the owner of all the secrets. A lot of people do that.